You are watching Canadian Muslim News on Muslim Network TV. From Toronto, Ontario, I'm Samia Sayed. Welcome to the show. Coming up, we have an interview with Brother Nasser Deeb over the Halal Expo 2022. But first, let's go over the headlines. Trudeau extends NATO commitment in Latvia. CBSA allegedly discriminates against Egyptian refugees in Vancouver. Muslim Welfare Canada receives $1.2 million for women's shelter. More than 22,000 foreign fighters join war effort in Ukraine. And now the details. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau announced the indefinite renewal of Operation Reassurance while visiting troops in Latvia yesterday. Operation Reassurance is the Canadian NATO contribution for deterrence. Trudeau also announced that Canada will provide special cameras for surveillance drones and additional soldiers, making the total deployment 660. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg told local media sources that military presence in the region must be increased to protect NATO members. Evacuation efforts continue as the war reaches its 14th day, and tensions rise between Russia and the United States due to a ban on Russian oil. The Canadian Muslim Public Affairs Council, or CMPAC, has issued an open letter to the Prime Minister, the Public Safety Minister, and the President of the Canada Border Services Agency, or CBSA, alleging anti-Muslim bias in deportation decisions for several Egyptian refugees. CMPAC says that Vancouver Abdurrahman Almadi is one of many whose refugee application was denied after CBSA labeled him a security threat for his ties to the Freedom and Justice Party, a political party linked to the Muslim Brotherhood. Neither party is on Canada's list of terrorist entities. 12 national and 28 regional organizations signed a letter. The federal government is giving $4 million to 2 affordable housing projects in Durham, Ontario. Muslim Welfare Canada will receive $1.2 million to establish transitional and supporting housing units for women who are homeless or at risk. A motel in Whitby, Ontario will be renovated to set up 26 units. Dignitaries including MPP Lauren Coe, MPP Steve Clark, and Durham Regional Chair John Henry visited the site on Monday. The other recipient is an Oshawa Microhomes pilot project for 10 affordable housing units. Ukrainian officials say that more than 22,000 volunteers from around the world have so far joined Ukraine's International Territorial Defense Legion. There are nearly 1,000 foreign fighters from Germany, according to German news reports, a number that has since doubled since the first week of the war. There was no reliable information about the nationalities or the political affiliations of the volunteers. Interior Ministry spokesperson Maximilian Kohl said that authorities have identified less than 10 individuals with ties to far-right groups. The Ukrainian government created an international legion last month and invited foreigners to join to fight and defend the country. That's it for the news. And now with us is Brother Nasser Deeb, a marketing and event management professional in Canada with over 25 years of global experience in the exhibition industry. He is here with us regarding the upcoming Halal Expo 2022. Welcome, Brother Nasser. It's great to have you here with us today.
Thank you, and thank you guys for the opportunity. I'm a big supporter of this beautiful channel and initiative, and I love to be always partnering up with such a great idea and concept.
And we're glad to have you. Brother Nasser, can you first begin by explaining to us what the Halal Expo is?
Okay, so the Halal Expo started the idea in 2018 when we did a study of the market and we looked at what's happening in the halal industry as a whole, as an ecosystem, and we found out that this growing in such a fast pace, but there's no particular platform that serves the B2B in all North America. So we looked at planning the show either in US or Canada, but we found the best spot to be in GTA in Toronto, to be the first debut for the show, and we started in 2019, and the show includes everything to do with the halal lifestyle, from food to franchise to finance, investment, fashion, cosmetics, vitamins, fashion, everything within the permissible for the Muslims to live by. and beyond, not only Muslim, but anybody who wants to live a very healthy and a good lifestyle.
Mhm. And it wasn't only you who had this idea for this initiative, or was it a team of or group of individuals?
We when I'm a trade show organizer by trade. I've been doing this for, as you said, actually more than 25, almost 30 years now, and I've always looked for place shows that needed for the market, but it's not been done. So I came up with the idea, but then I got supported by a group of people like Dr. Salimi, Taha Ghayur, Hussam, Khader, Dr. Mustafa, Omar Sobadar. Everybody bought into the idea, and because they were waiting for such things to happen to serve their industry, and also Maple Leaf, Maple Lodge, all the big names who were looking for a platform to do a trade and meet the businesses rather than just being the consumer. And this where collectively at the end we decided to go ahead with it, and we got good support until we had the pandemic, but now we're back again.
And as you said, it's good to see the community grouping together for such an initiative that's distinctly Muslim and for Muslim people. So you first started in 2019. How does this year's expo look like?
In 2019, we were the first show, the first time, and it was a success in terms of quality of attendees and quality of exhibits. We have also international. The conference was also well attended because the speakers were not only from Canada, from US and around the world. We had a good content. We discussed every aspect of the halal lifestyle, from finance and investment to halal franchise to certification to economy to fashion and to tourism. Then when we got a break, I guess almost 2 years, or then by COVID-19, we decided to come up with different ideas, different concepts. So this year, we're introducing more better content, even advanced content, enhanced content for the conference with more speakers, and we're also introducing the fashion show. Supported by governments like Malaysia and Indonesia and others, and 20 designers are coming with 20 brands. And also we are looking at introducing the live cooking demo hosted or conducted by Sister Yvonne Murphy from the US. She's a very important in that industry, and she does something called My Halal Kitchen, and that's where some of the things, and of course more surprises coming on the way. But yes, we are enhancing the content, enhancing the ideas and the features.
It's great to see after a 2-year break, Halal Expo was able to come out strong with such an expansion in their conference.
Yeah,
so
and the international manufacturers coming also for the first time as well.
That sounds great. Now I know the expo is coming up in May. Is there still enough time for new exhibitions to sign up and to be displayed?
New exhibitors to sign up, of course. We still have a spot. We sold more than 70% now, but we still have 30% remaining. If anybody interested, me or one of my team members would be happy to support them. We do have different packages, different ideas and options, like from sponsorship to booth. We have it all, and if they are interested, we'd be happy to serve them. And yes, it's still open until maybe first of May.
And are there any plans to take this further than Toronto? I know that you're coming out from a 2-year break, and that it's as it goes right now. But is there a plan to expand wider from Toronto?
Well, we were looking at this before the pandemic. We were looking at venturing out to neighboring countries and maybe overseas, but unfortunately, because of the pandemic, we decided to actually focus all our efforts this year and in this second edition and make sure that it is very successful before we move to the next step. But we do have a future plan to expand because the brand has received a very good recognition locally and internationally. So we need to leverage from that and hopefully bring it to the next level.
Now I want to talk about some of the businesses that were displayed in 2019. Do you know of any businesses that got their start at the Halal Expo?
Yes, there are a lot of businesses. For example, we were the pioneer exhibitors like Maple Leaf and Maple Lodge are coming back. RBC is coming back. Sharia portfolio. So many companies that were with us are coming back with us because they found the value of the show and the quality. We even have a company who are startup came in 2019, and they have grown very like in a very advanced way. They already expanded in GTA. We have companies who never trying to enter the Toronto market, and they couldn't, but through the show now you can see their products in different outlets, retail outlets, major and small outlets. So yes, definitely a lot of people are coming back.
Mhm. Now, Ontario will be removing their mask mandate fairly soon, and COVID precautions have been reeled in for the most part. But are there any precautions that will be taken for the upcoming event?
Yes, well, we just finished our show last October, the Kitchen and Bath and Stone. As you know, we organize different shows as well, and we followed all the protocols. We mandate and the vaccination and the mask mandate. Now, with the changes that has taken place, especially by March end of last week, fourth week of March, we will check on that to make sure that we don't enforce something that is not enforced, but we'll try to advise people if it was mandated that not to put masks, then we will advise you to keep it on just for the safety of our attendees and exhibitors. But we do have also sanitization station throughout the show.
Mhm.
We do also check temperature. We do all the, you know, the all the measures to make sure that everybody is safe.
And finally, I'd like to ask, are admissions free? How can people attend?
Well, we will be. It's not completely free because we try to get people who are serious buyers and the traders.
Mhm.
But we will be giving away codes that will be published at a certain time. So if you get that code, you can get a good discount. The tickets will be like almost like nothing, but the parking is free, so you don't have to worry about parking. We're paying for the parking. So the people don't have to pay for it. And we the tickets are now priced at $10, but we will be giving codes with a good discount that will make it very affordable. But if you book in advance, you might get also a free entrance. There are certain people that we target that will get a free access to the show.
Mhm. And I'd also like to ask, how do you expect the turnout to be this year after a 2-year break?
Well, actually, what I sense, because when we did the kitchen and bath, we had a good outcome. People came in because they're eager to interact, rather than being behind the screen all the time, or being like what we call it a Zoom fatigue or virtual fatigue. So now people are actually excited to come, and I feel that the number will actually increase for this coming time, especially because the show is going to be 3 days instead of two. It will include one weekend, which is Saturday. So we will have more people coming to the show for this edition. We're expecting at least 2,500 to attend, and that's something good for a B2B show because it's a business to business, not a consumer show. So
Mhm.
because of 2,500 are actually trader or buyers or investors, rather than just uh, consumers who are trying to buy retail products.
Mhm. Well, unfortunately, that's all the time we have with us today, Brother Nasser. Thank you so much for joining us and telling us about Halal Expo. It's great to see that are professional Muslims out there who are willing to advertise and get involved. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, and thank you for Sound Vision for giving this opportunity, and I wish you all the best. Thank you.
You are watching Canadian Muslim News on Muslim Network TV. That's it from our Toronto studios tonight. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel for more Canadian Muslim content. Stay safe, and until next time.